Hey everybody, welcome back. So as I'm recording this video, today is the due date for our baby. But you probably won't be seeing this for a few weeks because like I said before, I've been building up videos so then when the baby comes I can just download them and not have to try to make them. But this is the last day I can make one for a little bit because the mother-in-law is on her way from the airport right now and I'm going to have to take down my little studio in here, my collection room, so we can put a bed in here for her and all that. And she'll be here for about 2.5 weeks, so that's the last chance I get, but I want to show you guys some stuff real quick before we go. I've got some brand new, I finally found the Mandalorian Hot Wheels, and I got a couple of mail calls. Some mail calls at the end, and let's check out those Mandalorian Hot Wheels. Well, first, actually, this one's from Clone Wars. This is the new Wrecker car. This is Wrecker from the Bad Batch. He's got his own car already, so that's pretty cool. Kind of a big old beefy Jeep kind of looking thing. And let's go to, oh yeah, I found a Razor Crest. I already have a Razor Crest, but then this one's in a new package, so I thought I'd pick that up. I like how it's kind of shiny, and I like the stand, how it has the mud horn there on it, so that's pretty cool. The Mandalorian symbol. Oh yeah, found the Cara Dune as well. Kind of another Jeepy thing. I guess kind of these big baddie characters always get kind of more big baddie vehicles. With the Jeep, kind of thicker looking sand runner kind of looking thing. That's cool, you know, because all the Cara Dune's kind of stuff is going up in value because of her cancellation. But yeah, there's Cara Dune. Now on to the Baby Yoda. Here's the Baby Yoda Hot Wheel. It's just pretty awesome. It's just him and his hover pram. I don't think this has any wheels on it. Nope, there's no wheels on this thing. But it does come with a cool floater stand with the mud horn on it, just like the Razor Crest had. And it's awesome to finally find this because I've been looking for this for a while and have not been able to find it. And then I found the actual Baby Yoda Hot Wheel. So this is the one that's got wheels. And it's cool, Baby Yoda in the wind with his ears all crazy back and kind of in a partial hover pram thing. But super adorable little Baby Yoda Hot Wheel car. So I was pretty excited to find that one finally too. I want to tell you just a couple other cool Hot Wheels I just found and I just decided to pick up just because, I found those ones and I was like, oh, I was just looking at other Hot Wheels, so I picked this one up. It's kind of a cool Scorpion, but I liked it how it has kind of like a metallic green eyes, and either way, whatever kind of boy or girl we have, they'll probably enjoy Hot Wheels regardless, and we'll get to play with those. And I got this one because it's kind of a cool crocodile one. And I like the cool chrome eyes on it. This is kind of a blue crocodile. Thought that was a cool card to pick up. There's two different versions of this, I think, with the color-wise, but I thought that was the best color scheme. And then I picked this one up because I thought it was awesome. Because I've seen this dragon card before, but I don't remember ever seeing there being a knight in the dragon. So there's actually a knight, a little chrome knight in the dragon. So I picked that up just because I've always loved knights. Ever since I was a child, medieval times and all that. My aunt was actually huge into medieval times, and she always went to like the Renaissance fairs and dressed all up and got all crazy. So she super got me into medieval times when I was a child. Which reminds me too, is I'm actually going to make a dedication video for her. She just died recently, just in the last couple of months, and she was super like into comic books and all that. Like her favorite was like the X-Men and Wolverine and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through and do like a Wolverine comic book video in dedication to her. So look forward to that because I've got a bunch of cool old Wolverine comic books. Both the number ones and all that. Actually, I think the number one issue that I have, she actually bought for me as a present, probably when I was like 11 or 12. So I'll show you that one. But yeah, so actually I also got some new comic books. So let's go through some of those. I ordered some of these off of eBay. I didn't have this one for whatever reason. Black Cat number 11 from last year. I had all the other issues but this one, so I decided to finally pick this one up online. This one's cool because she's got a bunch of the cute little kitties with her. See, check out that little kitty. There's a cute little kitty. There's a cute little kitty there. And then, yeah, just her chilling out. Sitting on the rooftop looking down at the city, waiting for some crime to happen or whatever else. And then I got this one, Symbiote Spider-Man. I didn't have number 3 or 4 for whatever reason. I had number 1, 2, and 5, but not 3 or 4. So I found this variant. So I decided it was perfect for my set of the Symbiote Spider-Man Blackest Night set. And this is, of course, Black Spider-Man with the Black Cat, which is super suiting. And then I got Oh yeah, I found this variant for Black Cat from last year, and I had to have it just because it's got Venom on it. So it's like a crazy Venom octopus with the Black Cat fighting on there. And the same seller had this one, so I was just like, yeah, might as well with the combined shipping. Pick this one up too, and they were pretty cheap, $3 or $4. So it's like, yeah, might as well. Picked that one up while I was there. It's a really cool picture. Kind of her kind of underwater looks like with the Venom octopus. Moving on. Oh, yeah, I bought a huge auction of like all the Green Lantern set from 2019. It was basically like $100-something worth of comic books, and I got it for like $25. And I didn't have any of the 2019 set besides the issue number 1 variant. But what's cool about the set is I got number 1 through 12 plus the annual, and then I got a bunch of the variants. So I'm not going to run through the whole set, but I will show you all the variants. So this was the variant for number 10. So this is the number 10 variant. I just thought it was kind of cool. It had a little thicker of a cover, so I don't know if it was, yeah, it's $1 more because of the thicker cover, but this one kind of actually kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds in a weird way, but it's definitely Hal Jordan. Let's go on. And this is actually the whole reason why I picked up this set, because I loved this cover. And this was Green Lantern with some lions. So he's basically using his ring to project these lions. So that'd be pretty awesome to actually see in a comic book of, like, when he's using his ring to make constructs to fight, that he would actually make a pack of lions to go out and do his bidding, because that would just be amazing. But yeah, my lady loved this issue too, as far as like the look of the cover and all that. She was pretty excited to see that when I was showing her these. Moving on, here's another variant. This one's kind of cool because it's kind of like anime, and this was issue number 8. It's kind of cool. Anime Hal Jordan using his ring to project a sword. And then this one was pretty cool because it's kind of like a cool lifelike looking kind of like painting, kind of like Alex Ross-ish style, kind of like that. But here's Hal Jordan in space. Kind of crazy looking detail in all of his glory. I still can't wait for that HBO show to come out. It's going to be amazing. And here's the variant for number 4. Pretty cool, just kind of a more cartoony look. There's Hal Jordan with the main power battery. Maybe he's on Oa, the home planet of the Green Lanterns. And this is kind of cool one too. This was kind of, reminiscent of that Alex Ross style art, where it's kind of crazy realistic. And there's, Hal Jordan again, kind of all freaking out, using his power ring in space. Moving on. Oh yeah, I picked up the new Berserker issue. Actually, I have the variant as well, so I'll show you that before we get out of here. And this is the new Keanu Reeves series of comic books. I'm actually going to do a rundown on these eventually, kind of guide you through the comic book and tell you what it's all about. But yeah, Berserker number 2, and then I guess when you picked up this, you got this one for free. This is Sick something is killing the children. Oh yeah, SIKTC, something is killing the children, number 1. And you got this for free when you bought the new Berserker comic book. So that was pretty sweet to get, kind of a cool surprise. I'm not quite sure what it's all about. It looks like another horror comic book, so I'm going to have to read that and maybe get back to you later on what it's about. And then also, I finally picked up out of my comic box, I got Carnage Black, White, and Blood number 2. Maybe I showed you before, but I picked up the variant at Cosmic Monkey a couple weeks back. But yeah, that's Carnage Black, White, and Blood number 2. I got the new issue Black Cat. So this is Black Cat number 5 that just came out. Can't wait to get these all together and kind of read through those, as well as the Green Lantern, because I haven't not read any of the Green Lantern comic books in years, and I have them all. So like one day I'm just gonna like go through and like read the whole run. And then I picked up Invincible number 1, just because they have that new show on Netflix, and it seems to be a pretty cool show. I think it's kind of a runoff of The Boys, maybe, like it has to do, like it's in relation with The Boys. I don't know if you've ever seen that show, but it's a pretty cool show. It's crazy. It's like, superheroes like were real, and they had like real, like, they're not just always good, and some of them go bad, and it's just crazy. But this was Invincible number 1. I thought it'd just be cool to have. You never know when these things might take off. And this book I picked up randomly just because it was a variant cover, and it had a Green Lantern chick on it I've never seen before, and it's a variant for a series called Far Sector. So I picked that up just to read it and see what it's all about. And yeah, I liked the picture, and I liked there's a cool new Green Lantern chick on there. So I just decided to see what that was all about. And it's the variant edition. Oh yeah, here's the variant edition of Berserker number 2. So I picked that up just because, maybe I'll get it graded one day, because it's in perfect condition. There's animated Keanu Reeves in all of his crazy immortal glory. And then, moving on, on. Oh, yeah, I picked this up too just because it was a cool variant edition. And it's Harley Quinn. I don't really pick up Harley Quinns very often, but I like the art on this. I mean, the art on this is really intense. So I picked that up just to see what it's all about. Maybe get that one graded because it's in perfect condition. And I haven't been buying, I don't really buy Vampirella or Purgatory by any means. I mean, I used to have the Purgatories because I had all the Lady Death. But I picked this one up just because the art on this is amazing. I just love that. It's like a crazy painting. I mean, but they look super kind of half realistic, half cartoony, half anime, all at the same time. So yeah, Vampirella Purgatory, issue number 2 from Dynamite Comics. I'm not quite sure. I don't think Brian Pulido owns the rights to Purgatory anymore. I think he sold her. That's why they're putting her out in Dynamite Comic Books. I'm gonna pick these up too because I'm not sure. I don't think I ever read these stories, but these are Venom graphic novels. And I just, it'd be cool to have something to read. And I love Venom, so I picked these up. And this is basically when Eddie Brock is coming back and, all of his glory. And, the best Venom ever is the Eddie Brock Venom. So this is a homecoming graphic novel. And maybe I'll go through this later and kind of tell you what it's all about. Maybe do a read-through or like a summary of what these are all about. But yeah, that's that one, Homecoming. And then I picked up the graphic novel for First Host. So basically, it's a story. It's it has to do with Eddie, but it also talks about the original host of the Venom symbiote, like from like hundreds or thousands or millions of years ago. I'm not even sure, but it's a crazy alien race. No, actually, it shows it on the back. So check this guy out. So that's what an alien guy. I think he has a symbiote, and that's what his symbiote version of costume is. So he kind of almost looks like an old Captain Marvel, but with a symbiote on. So that's pretty cool. So I can't wait to read those. And then I picked this up. I have a bunch of these old comic books, but I don't want to have to open them up anymore to read them. So I got the basically Epic Collection Venom graphic novel. And this thing is thick, like it's got so many comics in it. Plus it has a bunch of them in there that I don't have. And this is volume 1, and it kind of has on the front and the back, it has some of the cool older covers. I do have these covers, as I've showed you before. Actually, I've never showed you this one. No, I didn't a long time ago when I showed all my Venom comic books, like on video, like a year ago. But I showed you this one more recently because I have the original cover of this in my case. Alright, so that's all the new comic books I got. Now let's move on to these mail calls. This one actually is a comic book as well. But this is an old one. And I've actually been waiting for this one for like a month and a half. And it took a while to get to me because it was from Ontario, Canada. And the global shipping program is slow, like it's crazy slow when you do the global shipping program through eBay. Like I sold a PlayStation 5 at Christmas time, and it took like almost 2 months to get to the lady, which was kind of bad because she wanted it as a Christmas present for her child, so that kind of sucks, but at least they did eventually finally get it. So I'm hoping that's what this is, and I'm thinking that's what this is. The comic book I was waiting for. This is an old issue of Green Lantern. And it's actually a really cool issue, and I found it for really cheap. Like I said before, I'm only buying these old issues if I can find them for really cheap, because I'm not really too worried about the condition as long as I just have one of each kind of thing. But this one is the original Silver Age Green Lantern number 11 from the 60s. So this is, I think, 1961 or 1962, but this is the first time you really see the Green Lantern corpse on a cover. And this is kind of like, I guess Hal Jordan's on trial. And they're like, we find you not guilty. And he's like, wait a minute, I am guilty. But I just thought it was cool kind of how the different aliens are on there. There's Tom Ray, I think his name is. And then this guy was kind of cool. He's kind of like a fish guy. So he has kind of a fish bowl on his head. And a little cricket Green Lantern. And some sort of plant Green Lantern. And then a robot Green Lantern. I just thought it was really cool, though. And, of course, 12 cents. You can tell most of the stuff from the 12 cents is from the 60s. Actually, all the stuff with 12 cents on it is from the 60s. But, yeah, super excited to finally get that. I was almost kind of losing hope that it was even going to ever get to me. And then lastly but not leastly, we got this one. Now, this is ridiculous, because I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. This is a tiny little figure in a big old box. And, if you're a seller, you can save yourself a lot of money by not putting a tiny thing in a big box, because it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I guess I'm just glad I got it. I actually got it for cheap. This was a figure that goes anywhere from $60 to $100, and I was finally able to find it for like $10. So I finally picked it up, and I think it was just because it was an auction where nobody really saw the auction. So so it just kind of went unnoticed, because actually I didn't even see it till the last day, and I'm always kind of looking this stuff up. Let's see, where is it? So there's all this stuffing, all this package. Where is it? It's all the way at the bottom? Yeah, you're kidding me. Oh yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. It's this tiny little thing here. This was in this box. I mean, it's so unnecessary. Look, I could have had like 6 or 7 or 8 of these in this little box. Let's see, what is it? Let's get into it. This is actually a figure, so I've been kind of collecting some of these figures I've been wanting to get, but I'm just waiting to get it for cheap. This is Larfleeze. He is the Orange Lantern. So he's going to go in my case in with the Lex Luthor, and actually I'm going to take the Lex Luthor base off and the Orange Lantern and give it to Larfleeze, because the Larfleeze is worth a lot more money with the completed parts. So there is Larfleeze in all of his glory. He's actually kind of one of my favorite sub-lanterns of like all time. He's the Lantern of Greed, and he's just funny and crazy, and it's ridiculous, and he's actually one of the most powerful lanterns out there besides the White Lantern, just because he's the only one, so he hoards all the power for himself. Alright, so yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you guys like my content, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.